Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 0394, and I am Michael, your English 306 instructor here at California State University, San Bernardino. So I just read through your paper here. I think there's a few things you want to be aware of here. You got 68 points out of 100. And the first big issue was the area where you don't really have a clear compare and contrast pattern of development, so it's not organized, I think, according to that purpose. So first of all, if you look at your thesis, you say I will present the similarities between my writing technique and then those proposed by Marius. If you can be a little more specific there, even state those supporting points and try to focus your ideas, you can probably do a little bit better. Let me just give you an example. This student says in her thesis, she says, Marius and I share the same process and use the same strategies while working on her first draft. That's it. That's all she talks about. She talks about how they are similar in terms of how they do their first draft. And that's very focused, very specific. I think that would help you have a little bit better organization. Now, again, if you look at your topic sentences, you say, after years of lower and upper division academic writing assignments, I have mastered my own writing method. Now, that doesn't really explain the purpose of the paragraph, so let's contrast that with this. Here's one. The first similarity Marius and I share is that we both write an outline and list important points to begin our first draft. So then, it's very clear what the purpose of those topic sentences are. So that's one big change I think you can make. Now, another one is, when you're mentioning Marius's article, you should include in-text citations within those body paragraphs, even acknowledging the page numbers of where this information comes from. That would help strengthen your writing. The next one is your sentence style in terms of opening your topics. You say, in one of your paragraphs, you say, finally, in Marius's view, the third draft is to polish and improve the sentences, to pay more attention to detail and to emphasize on the subject. Again, though, that doesn't open the paragraph in the sense that, are you comparing or contrasting your two processes? If so, why not put both of the writers together as a topic sentence like this? I'll give you another example here. Remember, your topic sentence needs to encapsulate what happens in the whole paragraph. So you're comparing the two writers. So then you might say, the second connection Marius and I share is we both sit down and write for a long period of time without caring about anything. That's just an example of what another student wrote. And that opens the topic effectively in the paragraph because it mentions both writers and it explains exactly what's going to be compared. So you're not really doing that. Now, aside from that, you have quite a few language use issues also, so you should be careful with your writing, and I recommend for you using the Writing Center. And here's some things that you can take a look at. If you go to the revision symbols that I use to grade your paper, check out CS or comma splices. Also, pronoun agreement. That's another issue that you're having trouble with. Also, problems with run-on sentences. That's something else you want to take a look at. And in some cases, you're just struggling using the right word. You said my own belief, and you use a verb instead of a noun there. You want to say my own belief on this topic is simple, so spell it B-E-L-L-I-E-F, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for your audience. Alright, so what do you have to do? You need to make sure you're organizing your ideas in a way that's understandable to your audience. Also, you want to polish your essay. Don't forget to acknowledge the sources you're using by including in-text citations. Now, at Blackboard, I have all the materials you need to do all of those things. So make sure you're familiar with Blackboard and all the tools that I've put there to help you accomplish the projects in this class.